What's going on, everybody? This is Echo. Welcome to the Echoisthename podcast, episode 8. I reached out and asked a lot of people following me to send me questions they might have had for me. Any kind of question, personal, philosophical, political, historical, whatever the case may be. I figured I'd shoot a couple of my opinions out if enough people hit me up, and I kind of got flooded with questions. So I'm just going to pick two and kind of touch on those. First one came to me from @CupidPsyche on Instagram, CupidPsychee. She asked me to give my opinion on what the top 3 ways to raise one's awareness could be. So before I start that, let me just preface it by saying I've decided that when it comes to the podcast and people asking me about certain things, I'm just going to give my opinion as far as my standpoint and what I do. And that can be something you may want to try to do or something you may want to take a piece off of and try. It's up to you, but I'm going to give my stance coming from my direct life. So, top 3 ways I try to raise my awareness. Number 1 is I try to notice everything. By that I mean, as I'm out and about in the world, driving, walking, out eating, in the park with ocean, whatever the case may be, I'm always trying to notice everything. By everything I mean the curvature of a tree, where the leaves meet each other, where they overlap, a crack in the ground, a dot on a window, anything. I just try to notice my surroundings at every given moment as much as I can, just so I can raise my awareness that way. I use my focus as a tool. I try to stare at something for a very long time. It's actually one of the things I do when I meditate. Number 2, I appreciate the innocuous things. I appreciate the temperature of the water I just drank, or the juice or iced tea I just drank. I try to appreciate how quickly my socks went on my feet. I try to appreciate the water and how it's not splashing everywhere in the shower and just maintaining a steady rain shower on my head. I appreciate anything. I try to just, in myself, within my own head, just notice things around me and appreciate them. Either I say it in my head or I just have a genuine feeling of appreciation for something being there that probably nobody else has noticed since it's been there. Number 3, I try to be informed as much as humanly possible by things that jump into my mind, even if it's for a nanosecond. Any kind of thought, I try not to have or leave as many empty thoughts as possible. I try to just answer everything that goes into my head, no matter what it is. Luckily, we have a technology now where we can afford to do that. If you have a spare second and a thought or a question pops into your head, you can answer it, or you could have it answered. And I also go to, I'd say, legitimate media sources. I'd say not so much Western or American media sources, except for maybe independent ones and things like that, but also going right to the source of things. Anytime I have a question about a specific topic or a specific field or area, I try to go to the source or the I'd say experts in that field. And even then I still take it with a grain of salt, but I'd rather be that much more informed than I was before I even had the question. So that, and also, I guess, understanding nature, understanding the environment, the world around me, the universe, even if it's on a basic level. Of course, not everybody's going to have time or have the desire to, start researching things like quantum physics or biology or chemistry and all the different things, anthropology, sociology. Everybody has bills, everybody has a life, a family, jobs. I get it, but I think understanding things around you on a basic level, if you find it at all possible, is something very important and a key to also raising awareness, because then you're kind of fine-tuning your skills, your intellect, your ability to think outside of the box. It's all very key to raising awareness. Another question I got that I found interesting was from Leo Messi Lover 1 on Instagram. He asked me to break down my opinion on law of attraction, if and how I use it. So this, I think, comes from, on a more societal level, a global level, people's inability to realize what thoughts actually are, how they manifest. I mean, everything you see on the planet that's human-made, human work, made by human from the beginning of time, was a thought first. So that shows you right there the power of thought, how it can actually take on first an expression in the mind and then manifest itself in the outer world. So I think this goes back to the earlier point about focus. For the law of attraction to work, first off, you need to definitely have some intense focus, because what you're trying to do is see yourself as a tuning fork. You emit a certain vibration, and that comes with the thought, because thoughts are vibration as well. So when you resonate a certain frequency with your thought, with your being, with enough focus and intent, you can pretty much manifest anything. But there has to be no negative thought there as well, because once you say or ask yourself whether something is possible or not possible after you've asked for something, you kind of set yourself up for failure, because already you're saying it's not possible. Once you have the doubt, it's not possible. It's not your business whether something is possible or not possible. That's up to God. That's up to nature. That's up to outside forces around you. All you have to do is strive for what it is you're trying to have the law of attraction bring to you. The law of attraction is an energetic vibrational force. It's a universal law. So you have to start working on the vibration aspect of yourself and realizing, number one, you are something vibrating. You are trillions and trillions of atoms vibrating at a specific frequency and resonating a certain frequency, causing you to appear like a physical being. Your body, it's flesh, but it's vibrating particles. Once you realize everything is a vibration, energy just condensed to a certain speed, vibrating at a certain speed, you'll realize the power of the law of attraction. You'll see just how possible it is. I started small when I started to try to use the law of attraction years and years ago. I would do things like trying to attract a parking space, a certain meal, $1 on the street. You start simple. You can actually start foreseeing yourself doing things in your mind and then actually doing them. Like sometimes I'll just be sitting on the couch and I'll say, I'm going to go get myself a fork so I could eat this snack with. And I'll envision myself getting up from the couch, walking to the kitchen, opening the drawer, pulling out the fork, coming back to the couch and starting to eat my snack. And then I go ahead and I do that. And then when I sit back down, I think to myself, I just foresaw myself doing something. I created it. I attracted the fork to myself. I wanted it and I made it happen. These kind of small, seemingly innocuous things and events will begin to actually have a bigger picture feel once you start to actually fine-tune everything and organize your thoughts and organize your soul. You control you. Nothing else controls you, whether you believe that or not. That's just the way things are. Everything outside of you is vibrations, and as long as you resonate, like I said, a tuning fork with another tuning fork, you will attract things to you. Try it. Try the experiment yourself. There's tons of YouTube videos on it. And it's not like people think a lot of the times where you can just hope to attract $1 million. It doesn't work that way. You're not going to get $1 million in a briefcase dropped off on your door because you wish for it. That's not how it works. You may start to actually have the determination and the striving behind it, and you will have things come into play in front of you that will bring you closer to that goal. But you have to recognize that the things in front of you are happening, and then you have to take advantage of them and be prepared for them, because there is no such thing as luck. Luck is just opportunity and you being prepared for it when it comes. That's all it is. And as far as the opportunity coming to you, you can pull that to you, but you have to have that vibrational resonance. Without it, it doesn't really work. And as soon as you start putting negative thoughts into your own mind as far as whether this can happen or not, it's a wrap. It's not going to happen. That's not how the law of attraction works. You need determined focus and intent. And like I said, if you want to start small so you can start seeing the results. That's how I did it. So, once again, echoisthename.com is the website. My Twitter and Instagram is Echoisthename. And my YouTube is youtube.com/TheRealEchoisthename. See you next time.